What is up, everybody? You are checking out the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. I am your host, the Hot Commodity EMC, and today we are covering Impact Wrestling Slammiversary 2023. Full disclosure here, this is the first Impact Wrestling show that I watched from top to bottom. And I was impressed. There were some matches I thought weren't that good, but all in all, it was a pretty decent pay-per-view. So let's dive right into it. We're live in Windsor, Ontario, Canada. The fact that they're in Canada plays a huge part in the matches and the moments of the night. So we start out with the Ultimate X match, and Kushida is taking on Alan Angels, Jonathan Grisham, Kevin Knight, Mike Bailey, and Jake something, who was a surprise entrant. And this match was all right. Not a lot of craziness happened here. Kushida ended up getting the win and grabbing the X symbol logo. So Kushida gets the victory here. Decent opening to the pay-per-view, but I knew there was going to be more stuff to come. We then get introduced to A1, who is a former member of Team Canada from TNA Wrestling, who was in the crowd to watch the show. We get our first title match of the night. We have the Knockouts Tag Team titles on the line. The Knockouts Tag Team champions, the Coven, which is the team of Taylor Wilde and Kylan King, defending against the newly formed team of Masha, Slamovich, and Killer Kelly. And actually, Masha and Kelly end up getting the victory here after Masha nails a snowplow to Taylor Wilde and gets a 3 count, and we have new Knockouts Tag Team champions. Decent match. Not a lot to happen in this one, but again, not terrible, but nothing exciting, nothing that popped out. But new tag champions is the more important thing here. We next have our special match. We have the special guest enforcer, Darren McCarthy. We have Diener and Bully Ray with Khan taking on the team of Scott D'Amore and his mystery partner, returning to Impact Wrestling, Eric Young. Eric Young goes way back with Scott D'Amore. These two guys were part of Team Canada together, so obviously it would make more sense to have these two guys be a teammate. And a lot of action here. We see a lot of different stuff go on here. D'Amore makes some pretty decent moves. We see Scott D'Amore and McCarthy choke slam Bully Ray through a table, and then Scott nails a Canadian Destroyer to Diener, and Eric Young nails a flying elbow drop. Eric Young and Scott D'Amore get the win. After the match, A1 comes out to celebrate, and Team Canada is in full force here. Decent match, good gimmicky stuff going on. Nothing terrific, but decent. We get a promo from Nick Aldis backstage. We then get the Impact Wrestling X Division title on the line. The Impact Wrestling X Division champion Chris Sabin defending against Lio Rush. And Lio Rush attacked Chris Sabin hard before the match can start. And he hits his head hard, Chris. And before the doctor could stop the match, Chris says he's ready to fight. And we go into the match. And Lio nails 2 final hours, and he gets a 3 count, and Lio Rush is your new Impact Wrestling X Division champion. So, very short match. I expected it to be a lot longer, but I don't know if Chris Sabin was legitimately hurt or if that was a storyline. But interesting developments here. We now get our Impact World Tag Team Championships on the line. The champions ABC, which is Ace Austin and Chris Bay, defending against SubCulture with Danny Luna, Rich Swann, Sami Callihan, and Moose and Brian Myers. This is a 4-way tag match for the tag titles, and this one was decent. Not a lot of action here, but a lot of movement and stuff. But the Rascals come out and attack ABC on the floor, and that allows SubCulture to nail the Fall to Pieces to Brian Myers and SubCulture are your new Impact Wrestling Tag Team Champions. I'm excited to see them as champions because they're high flyers, but it looks like ABC and the Rascals are going to go at it coming months. This is a decent match. We have Frankie Kazarian with his wife Traci Brooks taking on Eddie Edwards with his wife Alisha Edwards. And going into this match, I didn't think I was going to really look forward to it, but it was a really good match between two veterans just having a decent outing here. Um, Eddie gets the win after the referee's knocked out, and Frankie makes Eddie tap out to the chicken wing. However, because the referee's knocked out, there's nothing they could do. So Edwards hits Frankie with a kendo stick from behind and nails a Boston knee party. And Eddie Edwards has the victory over Frankie Kazarian. This is a really good match, probably one of the matches of the night, if not the match of the night, but it was a very good match. Next, we have the Impact Wrestling Knockouts Women's Championship on the line. The Knockouts Women's Champion, the virtuosa Deonna Purrazo, defending against Trinity. And this was a great match. Nothing, like breathtaking, but they did have a hell of a match. Trinity kept on taking everything that Deonna Purrazo tossed at her, but in the end, Trinity dropped Deonna Purrazo off the top rope and locks in the Starstruck, and Deonna Purrazo cannot do anything but tap out. And Trinity is your new Impact Wrestling Women's Knockouts Champion. I'm excited that Trinity got the title. I was a big fan of her in WWE, so I'm excited to see what she's going to do as the Impact Women's Champion. Deonna Purrazo is also one of my favorites, so I'm excited to see her go for the title again. But Trinity gets the win here. Great match. We then have our main event, the Impact World Championship. The Impact World Champion Alex Shelley defending against Nick Aldis. This is a decent match. I had never seen Nick Aldis compete before, so they had a decent match, a lot of action. Nick reminds me of Cody Rhodes, so a lot of back and forth here. Um, but the ending comes after Alex nails a shell shock and he gets a 3 count. After the match, though, is when more craziness happens. Josh Alexander, former Impact World Champion, shows up and stares down Alex Shelley, and Josh says, "I'm back." So Alex Shelley better hold on to that title because it looks like Josh Alexander is coming for it. So this is a decent pay-per-view. For me, the match of the night was Frankie Kazarian versus Eddie Edwards. Um, Second match would have been Deonna Purrazo and Trinity. Good outing for Impact Wrestling. And I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell to stay notified when new content is created on YouTube. Also, give us a thumbs up to let us know that you like the videos. Make sure you also check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and wherever you get your podcasts. We are available. Make sure you follow us and like us as well. Give us a 5-star like. So that is it with Impact Slammiversary. It was a great show. Thank you guys for tuning in. Stay safe and stay uncensored.